Hi everyone, welcome back to Islaman Box. Today I will be talking about halal and haram. I will be talking about the truth about what is halal and what is haram. Foods. Because so many Muslims refuse to eat chickens and beef that is prepared by Christians. Many Muslims, you know, they just want to eat. They just think they have to eat halal food from prepared by Muslims. That is wrong. This is not what Allah say. This is against Quran and Allah. If Muslims, I told them at work, some Muslims, and also online, if they believe in Allah and Quran, they should have no problem eating chicken and beef that is prepared by Christians. I know many Muslims they will eat kosher food prepared by Jews, but normally not by Christians. And even by Jews, not all Muslims are they they are willing to eat food prepared by Jews. Not all Muslims are willing to. So now we will read what Quran says. So I just want to make sure, you know, I'm giving perspective, yes, but I want to make sure people understand what Quran actually says about halal and haram. So it is not just my opinion, but it is what is written for them, for Muslims. Let us read from Surah Al-Maidah. Normally when online, you look for answers. The answers sometimes very vague, not very clear. I will show you a few verses from Quran that is not very clear. And then another couple of verses that is little clearer, more not just blurry, like vague as usual. Let us start from Surah Al-Maidah verse 90. Okay. O you who believe, intoxicants and gambling, stones and arrows are abomination of Satan's handwork. Eschew such that you may prosper. This one doesn't talk about food. This is talking about things that makes you drunk and gambling. Let us go to next. Surah Al-Baqarah verse 173. He hath only forbidden you that meat and blood and flesh of swine, that on which any other name hath been invoked besides of that of Allah. But if one is forced by necessity, without willful disobedience, nor transgressing due limits, then is he guiltless, for Allah is oft forgiving, most merciful. So this one is a little bit better. This is talking about you cannot eat that meat, of course, blood and swine. Very simple. And you cannot eat food sacrificed for other gods. Let's say for Hindu gods, you cannot. Unless if you have to. Just one it if you have to. It's forced by necessity, maybe by hunger or something, right? Could be war happening. And let's go to the next verse. Go back to Surah Al-Maidah, verse 3 to 5. Let us read verse 3 first. Now, this Yusuf Ali version. Forbidden to you are dead meat, blood, and the flesh of swine, that on which hath been invoked the name of other than Allah, that which hath been killed by strangling, or by a violent blow, or by a headlong fall, or by being gored to death, that which hath been eaten by a wild animal, unless you are able to slaughter it, that which is sacrificed on stone or altars. Also is the division by rifling with arrows, that is impiety. This day have those who reject faith given up all hope of your religion. Yet fear them not, but fear me, This day have I perfected your religion for you, completed my favor upon you, and have chosen for you Islam as your religion. But if any is forced by hunger, with no inclination to transgression, Allah is indeed oft forgiving, most merciful. So this one is a little in depth, but still not not the whole answer. Like I said, imams and maulanas they will hide certain verses because they know Muslims, normal regular Muslims, do not read; they only recite. This one is little in depth, right? If it's like kill by strangling, violent blow, fall and go to death, or partly eaten by wild animals, you cannot you cannot eat it, or food or meat you get from gambling. This funny, by gambling, you cannot eat it. So what they don't show you is the next two verses. Let us read the next two verses. Actually, it's the last verse, verse 5, but I want to read verse 4 and then verse 5. So to have a better picture, to give you a better picture. They asked thee what is lawful to them. Say, lawful unto you are good things, things good and pure, and what you have taught your trained hunting animals to catch in the manner directed to you by Allah. Eat what they catch for you, but pronounce the name of Allah over it, and fear Allah, for Allah is swift in taking account. So if you have hunting animals, catch rabbits for you, then that rabbit is obviously halal. Because some people, they use dogs as hunting animals or eagles, right? The next verse is the one I was talking about. We have to read very carefully, and I guarantee you, your perspective gonna change. This day are things good and pure made lawful unto you. The food of the people of the book is lawful unto you, and yours is lawful unto them. Are chaste women who are believers, but chaste women among the people of the book refilled before your time. When you give them their due dowers, and desire chastity, not lewdness, nor secret intrigues. If anyone rejects faith, fruitless is his work, and in the hereafter he will be in the ranks of those who have lost. Or if you read different version, it will say you will be the loser, right? Now we will read one more time here. The second, oops, I don't cover it. The second sentence. The food of the people of the book is lawful unto you. People of the book here are two peoples, Jews and Christians. Right? Those two are people of the book mentioned in Quran. It's not Hindus or Buddhists or atheists or I don't know pagans. But those peoples are the Jews and the Christians. So if any Muslim say, I cannot eat your chicken because you're Christian, that Muslim is against Allah and Quran. Because Allah said, our food is lawful. But Muslims said the opposite as usual. Our food is haram. But Allah said our food is halal. Foods provided by Christians or prepared by Christians are halal according to Allah and haram according to Muslims. Which one should we believe, the Muslims or Allah? That's that question I asked the Muslims at work who told me, My chicken, the chicken provided by Christians are not halal. I beg them to differ. And of course, they cannot answer me when I ask them, should I believe you or believe Allah? Because Allah said, my food or chicken prepared by Christians is halal. They cannot answer that. Now, this actually, the next one, two verses from Surah Al Imran are my favorite verses from Quran, to be honest. Surah Al Imran, like I have read dozens of times in my previous videos. Surah Al Imran, verse 49 to 50. Sahih International Version. Okay, let's read Yusuf Ali, sorry. And a messenger to the children of Israel, I have come to you with a sign from your Lord, in that I make for you out of clay, as it were, the figure of a bird, and breathe into it, and it becomes a bird by Allah's leave. And I heal those born blind and the lepers, and I quicken the dead by Allah's leave. And I declare to you what you eat and what you store in your houses. Surely therein is a sign for you if you believe. Usually say if you did believe, but if you check the other two here, if you are a believer, it's not. It's slightly different. If you are the believers, then you should follow this step. Because Yusuf Ali, I don't know why Yusuf Ali used past tense. But anyway, so Jesus, if we see the last, what it says, I declare to you what you eat and what you store in your houses. This should answer why. These two verses will answer why Christians eat pork. Why pork is halal. It's not because we want to eat pork, just because we want to eat pork. Because there's no, Jesus actually didn't prohibit us from eating pork. This is the next one you can see, verse 50. To attest the law which was before me, and to make lawful to you part of what was before forbidden to you. I have come to you with a sign from your Lord, so fear Allah and obey me. Here, start from here. And to make lawful to you part of what was forbidden. So, to make halal to you of what was haram. So Jesus changed a couple of things or some things that was before haram and make it into halal. And if you ask Muslim scholars, or if you check online, the answers all over the place. One of the answers is actually fish. Believe me, I read it. The answer was fish. It's funny. It's very, very strange. But to me, this sounds like pork. That's why Christians eat pork, because Jesus made it halal. Jesus changed pork, what was haram, and make it into halal. Now, this verse, the next verse is Surah Al-Baqarah again, but not 173, but verse 172. O you who have believed, eat from the good things which we have provided for you, and be grateful to Allah if it's Him that you worship. So, telling Muslims that you should eat all good things that provided by Allah. Very simple, but without saying what. Again, Quran is very vague. Everything is like you need glasses to read it. You need special glasses to read it. Otherwise, you don't understand what it is talking about. So now, with this verse, we can use Bible as reference. Let's say Acts chapter 10, verse 15. The voice spoke to him a second time. Do not call anything impure that God has made clean. So, if you go back to this, oh you have, oh you who have believed, eat from the good things which we have provided for you. Now go back to Acts. The voice spoke to him a second time. This the voice spoke to Peter. In case this for those who don't know, who are not familiar with this verse. This voice talking to Peter. Do not call anything impure that God has made clean. So anything God created is clean and halal. God is holy. The holiness of God cannot create unclean, something that is unclean or haram. Right? Do I make sense? Nothing haram and unclean can comes out from God who is holy. Now let's see. Let's read what Jesus said from Matthew. Matthew 15 verse 11. What goes into someone's mouth does not defile them, but what comes out of their mouth, that is what defiles them. So what you eat cannot defile you. What comes out from your mouth, what you say, what you do, will defile you if it's not right. So now, if we see those all verses here from Quran and Bible, you can see everything clear, in a clear manner, in a better perspective what is haram and halal. What is halal is anything prepared by Jews and Christians that is not sacrificed to the altar, that is not uh, as a result from gambling. If you go to, for example, Chick-fil-A, this not a Chick-fil-A does not pay me to use their name. If you live in USA or Canada, you may be familiar with Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is a franchise from USA. They only actually sell chicken or chicken nuggets. They do not sell pork, fish, beef. The menu is very simple and everything chicken. Everything is just chicken, nothing else. So Muslims should not have problem buying Chick-fil-A. Real Muslims anyway. Muslims who know Islam should not have problem buying food from Chick-fil-A. Because Chick-fil-A close on Sundays because of religious reason, of course. Only Muslims who do not understand Quran will not eat Chick-fil-A or chicken or beef prepared by Christians. Do I make sense? I hope My my explanation here is clear enough. What is haram and halal, and this also to answer why Christians eat pork. Of course, is Surah Al Imran, verse 50. What changed haram becomes halal. Well, that is all from me. For those who eat haram and halal foods, who eat everything good that God provided, God bless you all. And for those who eats only halal food, God bless you too. Have a nice life.